Hello everyone. So first of all, thank you very much guys to join me. So if you are new here, then you should definitely subscribe my YouTube channel first and after the press bell icon as well as. So guys, if you are new here, then you must have knowledge about my YouTube channel. So this channel is completely dedicated to those students who are preparing their UGC NET exam with history. And if you are a student of UGC NET aspirant from different subjects, then you must join my YouTube channel for your whole preparation of paper 1. And if you are a student of civil services, then you must join my YouTube channel for your whole preparation of optional paper history and GS paper history as well as. So guys, now come to the point. So let's start the video. So now let's start the video. Make sure that you all are fine. If you are not fine, then you should definitely take care of yourself, because this period is very traumatic period and we are suffering from corona period. So just take care of yourself guys. So now let's start the video. So write down with heading teaching principles. So guys, teaching principles are basically two types. So there are two types of principles. One principle is general principles and another principle is known as psychological principles. So you should make two columns. First column is general principles and second column for psychological principles. So we will discuss at every points one by one. So now let's come to the first point, first principle, that is general principle. So when we will discuss about general principles, there are a lot of principles included in general principles. So as principle of motivation. So you already know about motivation. Then if you are a good student and if you want to be a good teacher, then you must have knowledge about motivation. What is motivation? Because in the coming time you will have to motivate your students, and that is the related to teaching principles. So and this is the very important for you. So if you want to be a good teacher, good professor, good researcher, scholar, then you must have knowledge about principle of motivation. So the principle of motivation is completely related to your student and yourself as well as. So this principle helps all students to grow up their mental level, to become free from a stress level. So that is completely related to psyche, and this principle is also related and also counted in psychological principle as well as. So if when we will discuss at psychological point, so just understand here this principle is same like psychological principles, motivation and interest as well as. So the principle of motivation and the principle of interest lies in both columns, general principle and psychological principles as well as. Then first principle was principle of motivation. So the second principle is principle of activity. Principle of activity, you can also say that theory of activity. So activity word is completely related to your exercise, related to your exercise. And here is two type of exercise. So one of man, his name was Froebel. Froebel created a theory that is known as kindergarten theory. So about, now we should write down, about LKG and UKG. This is related to our school system and this is a class before nursery. So LKG means lower kindergarten and upper kindergarten, UKG. So actually this theory was created by Froebel, and when we discuss about theory of principle of activity, it means we are discussing about and we are discussing at 2 points. There are two types of activities which lies in these principles, and that physical activities and mental activities. mental activities for mind, and physical activities is for your growth of body. So this theory is completely dedicated to the development of your mind and your body as well as. So now come to the third principle, and the third principle is principle of linking with life. So guys, take a look at this point, linking with life. So linking with life, what do you mean by this point, linking with life? So when you are teaching in a school or in a college, so you must link your study with life, because when you will link that study with any other's life, then your student is going to too much understand and too much get. So that's why the linking with life, the principle of linking with life is very for all students and your all teachers. So another principle is, the next principle is principle of definite aim. So guys, take a look at this point, definite aim. Then if you want to be a good student, if you want to be a good teacher or good professor or good research scholar, then you must have a definite aim, because if you haven't any definite aim, then you are going to demotivate all students. So just take a look at this point. If you want to be a good teacher, then you must have a definite aim, a definite objective, a definite goal, a definite dedication. And the next principle is principle of selection. So principle of selection is also important, and actually this term become very popular in this modern age. So people only look at you with selection point, with not knowledge point. So selection is also important in this era especially. So principle of selection is also related to general principles. And another principle is recognize individual differences. So if you want to be a good teacher or a good professor or a good research scholar, then you must have efficiency to recognize the individual differences among your whole students. So actually this lies in also general principle. And in my view, if you will ask from me, then what is the role of this point, this principle, then I will definitely say you that this principle is very important, and you must have efficiency related to these principles. And the another principle is principle of interest. So interest is completely related and completely associated with my heart, with my mind. So you must have efficiency to create interest in your whole student, in your classroom, in your fellows. So you must have efficiency and you must have a strength to create interest among your whole students. So this principle also lies in general principle, and this principle is also very important principle and very important theory. So guys, remember it. And the next principle is principle of plan. So guys, take a look at this principle. If you are going to teach in your classroom and you have a lot of chapters, then firstly you will divide and you will make a plan for your whole teachings. In what class, in the next class whatever you are going to teach, in the next class whatever you are going to teach, then you should definitely make a plan. Otherwise, without planning, you are not going to motivate, you are not going to appreciate your all students. So without plan, the whole thing will be disturbed. And the next principle is principle of division, and division is also related to plan. Division, it means you should have and you must have knowledge about to divide your whole syllabus, to divide your whole things. If you will divide your whole syllabus in different aspects, then you are going to make them easy. Yeah. And the next principle is amendment. So you must have efficiency to amend to reform any things, to reform any principles, and to create any things. And our next principle is principle of division. So actually principle of division is also related to making plan principle, because you know, if you are a student of if you are a research scholar, suppose that you are a research scholar or you are a professor, and you are going to teach in your classroom with different type of topics. Then firstly you must divide your whole syllabus. You must divide your whole syllabus in different parts. Without this division, that things will be going to very tough. Of amendment. Then if you are a new teacher and you are a new research scholar, you are a new professor, then you must have efficiency to amend any things and any principles, or amend among your students. And the next principle is creation. So you must have efficiency about creation, you must have efficiency, you must have a strength to become or to get a creative mind, to create a creative mind. So creativity should be in center in your principle, in your teaching principles. And the next principle is very very important, and that is the democracy. So if you are going to teach in any college or in any institute or in any other university, then you must create the environment, and that environment should be very very democratic, because without democratic environment your student is not coming to you and your student will not ask any question from you. So if you want to be a good teacher or become a very good professor, then you must create the environment of democracy, and that will be the best for your whole students. So this was all about general principles of teaching principle. And now come to the another principle, and that principle is psychological principle. So we should wipe out. The next principle is psychological principle. Then guys, psychology word is actually the mixture of two words. First is psyche, and another is logos. Logos means study, and the psyche word is actual, this is the Latin word, and it means mind. Actually psyche term is completely related to my mind, and psyche is the synonyms of mind. So when we come to the psychological principle, here the first principle is principle of motivation and principle of interest. So this point was also included in general principle. Then we are not going to discuss about these points. Another principle is principle of repetition and exercise. So if you want to become a good teacher, then you must create an environment of repetition, and there should be as well as. And the third principle of in the column of psychological principle, that is the principle of entertainment. Then if you are a good student or a good teacher, then you must create an environment or teaching environment with entertainment. So teaching with entertainment is the very very good thing for your whole students. And the next is training of senses. So that is related to your mind and your eyes and your nose and all. And the next principle is principle of sympathy and cooperation. then you must have a sympathy for your whole student, and you must be a cooperative whole students. And another principle is principle of creativity and self expression. And the second last principle is reinforcement, and that is related to reward. Then your student is going to do and going in very good way, then you must give them reward. And the last principle, that is remedial, and this is related to solution. Then if there is any problem among your student, then you must find a remedial, or you must find a medical treatment for your whole students. So guys, today we had a discussion about teaching principles, psychological principles, and general principles. So this was all about teaching principles. So we will meet in next video with different type of topics. So keep in touch and make sure, this is my personal request. So take care. Bye bye. Jai Hind.